Thank you for listening to the show on Really Big Something Channel. September 13th, 2017.
2:05 here on the great WRKO. Okay, my friends, let me ask you this question. 617-266-6868. Have you ever been punished, persecuted, or suffered a cost or paid the price at work for being a supporter of Trump? Believe me, you're going to know exactly what I mean when I tell you this story. It's absolutely incredible. But first, my friends, we are broadcasting live via remote today here at the Comfort Inn in Randolph, Massachusetts, located just off of Route 28, off Exit 5 on Route 93. We're going to be here until 5 p.m. It's WRKO and the American Red Cross, our annual blood drive. Please, if you can, after work, whenever, come on down, give blood. I thought you could save one life. Apparently now they're telling me your blood today could save up to 3 lives. People from cancer, heart attacks, all kinds of operations. They desperately need blood, especially in the wake of Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey. So if you can, please, Kuhner Country, come down. And to those of you that already came down or right now are waiting to give blood, I cannot thank you enough. It is truly a great cause. Again, we're at the Comfort Inn in Randolph, Massachusetts, located on Route 28 off of Exit 5 on Route 93. Please, if you can, come. They will be here until 5 p.m. Okay, why do I ask? Because it's a big story. It's in Canada, but it's now gone, viral. If it's not a Canadian story now, it's become a huge international story. Remember this name, Bernd Zabel. Jeff. Who the hell is Bernd Zabel? Bernd Zabel is a longtime judge who sits on the Ontario, in Ontario. He's an Ontario judge, and he's been sitting on the bench, as I said, for many years. And he's apparently 69 years of age. Now, the context is everything. Bernd Zabel apparently has a spotless record. People have been testifying on his behalf, his co-workers, colleagues, people who've worked with him. They say he doesn't have a racist bone in his body, a misogynistic bone in his body, that this guy is just a very nice guy with apparently a nice sense of humor. Well, the day after Trump's election victory, he decided to play a bit of a joke. And so the joke was he entered this courtroom in Ontario and he wore a Make America Great Again baseball cap, that iconic cap. And he was joking, he was laughing. Some people in the courtroom thought it was funny. However, I swear to you, the moonbats, and there are a ton of them, up there in the Socialist Republic of Kazakhstan. Believe me, up in Canada, there are so many freaking liberals you wouldn't believe it. They actually make Massachusetts look conservative. I swear to you. But let that go, okay? So the uber moonbats up in Canada said, whoa. Who is this guy to be wearing a Make America Great Again cap? That's a symbol of fascism. That's a symbol of white supremacy. That's a symbol of Nazism. You can't have that in a courtroom. So they filed an official complaint. He was suspended pending this investigation with pay. So for the beginning, it was almost a vacation. He's suspended with pay. However, the Ontario Judicial Council panel, after investigating the complaint, looking into the complaint, they said that it was improper of him, unethical, to wear a political cap in a courtroom because that violated his impartiality. That he was supposed to, as your judge, you're supposed to be impartial, and the image that it gave, the signal that it sent, was that he's not impartial, he's actually partial and partisan and political. Now, the obvious point is, this is Canada. The last time I checked, we didn't annex it. It's not the 51st state of the United States. They didn't vote in the election. They have their own elections. We have our elections. So if he wants to wear a baseball cap about an election campaign that has nothing to do with Canada, how is this an issue is beyond me. But let that go. They now claim that his behavior compromised his impartiality and objectivity. They now say he must be punished. The Liberals wanted him, I swear to you, to be fired. Instead, he is going to be suspended for 30 days without pay for wearing a baseball cap as a joke, who he told his colleagues before he went into the courtroom with the baseball cap, it was a joke. By people who are saying he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet, he's very funny, it was a joke. So even now, it is verboten to even wear a Trump baseball cap in the workplace. If you do that, they will come after you and try to destroy you. This to me is an incredible story. Now, what they're doing is they are trying to censor, it's obvious, they are trying to censor and essentially criminalize conservatism, conservative beliefs, support for Trump, support for language, borders, and culture. They want to essentially criminalize and ban any opposition to the liberal regime. That is clearly now what is going on. And either they're going to do it formally or informally. And let me give you an example of how they're doing it informally. My sister-in-law, who I love dearly, she's very close with Grace, I'm not going to say her name on the air, but recently complained that she had applied for a promotion within her company. Now, here is the key point. Her own superiors admitted she is a stellar worker, and I know her. I'm telling you, she's a workhorse. She's incredibly reliable, highly educated, very motivated. You get her as your employee, I'm telling you, you've won the lottery. All she does is work and work well. She appeared to be an absolute shoo-in for the promotion. She, by the way, never discusses politics at the office. Never. I mean, she doesn't wear a baseball cap. She doesn't wear a button. She doesn't wear a T-shirt. She doesn't even say two words at the water cooler. She never discusses. At work, she's completely apolitical. Outside of work, on Facebook, she's written some articles, whatever, as a hobby or for other publications. She's a Trump conservative. She's like me. She's a staunch conservative. She's a patriot. She's a nationalist. She voted for Trump. She wants that wall, and she wants the wall built. And as somebody who lives in the Southwest, she has seen the devastating consequences and costs of illegal immigration up close. But again, let that go. When it was time to announce who got the promotion, guess what? She didn't get it. And the reason why she didn't get it, although nobody had the guts to tell her, was because they didn't like her politics. They didn't like the fact that she was a conservative, and especially the fact that she had voted and supported Trump. Even though she never discusses politics at the office, it was used and held against her because they did a background check, they started to look at Facebook, they started to look at some of her writings, which are extracurricular, nothing to do with her work. They held her politics against her, and they discriminated against her based on her political beliefs. Now, call me crazy. Call me crazy. But this is not Jeff Kuhner's America. In Jeff Kuhner's America, I believe in something called freedom. You have the right to vote for the candidate that you want, to espouse the political philosophy or ideology that you want. I may disagree with it, but that's your right. Unless you're supporting, I don't know, jihadism, terrorism, some kind of a totalitarian regime, mass murder, obviously, unless with those obvious exceptions. But outside of that, You want to vote for the Democrats? Vote for the Democrats. You want to vote for Bernie? Vote for Bernie. You want to vote for Hillary? Vote for Hillary. You want to vote for Trump, Cruz, Jebito, Little Marco, whoever. You want to vote Libertarian? You want to vote the Green Party? It's a free country, man. Vote whoever you want to vote for. And you shouldn't be penalized for it in your job. Now, look, I'll be honest with you. If you're coming to work every day and you're arguing with your colleagues about politics and you're using your office as a soapbox, that's something else. That's impeding your ability to work. That's something else. But if you're a good, a good lawful employee and you show up to work and you work hard all day and you're pretty much, you don't talk politics in the office, you keep it to yourself, what you do outside of the office and who you support and what party you back or what candidate you back or what political philosophy you espouse is nobody's business. And certainly it shouldn't be held against you so that you are either not promoted or fired or demoted or persecuted. That to me is a form of discrimination. And what I find absolutely incredible is that you have the media and the liberals and the Democrats going racism, racism, racism day and night, bigotry, bigotry, bigotry day and night, when in fact the only real persecution and oppression taking place in this country, concrete, I'm talking real, that you can actually tangibly prove, is against conservatives. And in particular, against people who actually voted and supported Trump. And I can't tell you how many people tell me all the time, Jeff, I listen to you, but I don't want to tell people I listen to you. I listen to you because you say what I can't say. Jeff, I listen to you because if people knew my political beliefs, or if I said what you said, I know it would cost me at work. It would cost me my job, it would cost me my raise, it would cost me my promotion. In other words, conservatives are now increasingly being forced to live in the catacombs, to be quiet, to be silent, because God forbid, if they do support Trump, they will pay a tremendous price, a professional price and a public price. And so my question to you is this. Have you suffered any kind of persecution, any kind of injustice or harassment or bullying or intimidation because of your political views, and in particular, because you're a libertarian or a conservative or a constitutionalist or you support Trump? Has it been used against you? 617-266-6868 is the number. Should that judge have been suspended without pay for 30 days for simply wearing a Make America Great Again baseball cap? I want to hear from you. 617-266-6868. Okay, lines are blazing. Carlos, you're up next. Go ahead, Carlos.
Hi, Jeff. Carlos Hernandez for Congress.
Hi, Carlos.
I'm going to cover both things. First, I want to mention I'm happy that Salem went the way it went. I am glad I am actually announcing my formally announcing my candidacy tomorrow at the Moose. So this is a perfect place, which is my hometown. So that's fine. Basically, the judge should never have been touched. In regards to this is something. If you're not thinking like these people want you to think, this is what's going to happen. We're in trouble, Jeff. We can't keep doing this. We can't let these people do this to us. I guess the swamp is deeper than everything than just in government. The swamp is all over the place, and we're going to have to actually deal with it.
Carlos, let me ask you this. Just obviously, I agree with you, but just to play devil's advocate, he's a judge. He's supposed to be technically nonpartisan, objective, impartial. When he puts on a cap that sides with one political party or one political philosophy, isn't he compromising his objectivity and impartiality? What do you say to that argument, Carlos?
I think it's yes, because in regards to it, I mean, these liberal people, judges that basically show their light, you know where they're at. They actually write articles. They basically go everywhere and say whatever, but they're rewarded for being who they are. And then this guy's getting punished just because he wore a hat? Just because, I'm sorry, he was punished for his thinking. I
Bingo.
apologize.
Bingo.
You know, that's the problem. You know, and this is why, Jeff, this is why I'm going to win in office, because in regards to it, I don't care. I am not politically correct. And I know there's a lot more of them than there is of people.
Carlos, we're losing you on the phone, but we got your point. Okay, thank you for that call, Carlos. Your cell phone is dying on us, but no, you nailed it, buddy. No, look, they're punishing him not for the cap, because they don't like what he's thinking, they don't like what he believes. Because I'll tell you this, you take this to the bank. Had he worn a Hillary 2016 cap, let's say she had won the election, nothing would have happened to him. You've got these judges who are writing op-ed pieces, articles, you name it, endorsing one Democrat after another, endorsing one liberal after another. Nothing happens to them. And I got to tell you this. If somebody could find me the story, I'll be more than happy to read it on the air. I have not seen one freaking story so far of a liberal or a Democrat or a Hillary supporter either being fired or demoted or losing a promotion or whatever because of their political views. It's always the conservatives and it's always the Trump supporters. Don't believe me? Just ask my sister-in-law. 617-266-6868. Have you suffered any consequences at work? Have you been bullied or intimidated or persecuted because of your political beliefs? I want to hear from you. 617-266-6868. Your calls next. Josh in Framingham. You're up first. Go ahead, Josh.
So, Jeff, yesterday I was listening and you said that Jameel Hill should be fired, and now you're saying that she shouldn't be fired. I'm confused by the whole thing here.
No, she should be fired.
But she made comments on her personal Twitter.
Well, she called. Her
personal opinions, her personal political opinions, shouldn't have anything to do with her work.
Yes, but you have to understand the context of ESPN. ESPN put out policy guidelines. I'm sure you're aware of this, Josh, in April, where they explicitly told all the hosts you are not allowed to comment on any office holder or on politics in any public-facing forum. Exactly the term that they used, especially on Twitter and Facebook. So, A, she completely violated ESPN's own policy guidelines. If I did it or anybody else did it, we would be fired. Secondly,
so
and this is
right?
well, yeah, they got rid of Kurt Schilling. Okay. Now, secondly, and here's the key point. She called President Trump a white supremacist with no evidence and no corroboration. In fact, she then went on to say that his victory was based on the rise of white supremacy. She is a black supremacist. That's what she is. She is a racist. She is a bigot. And she's calling the President of the United States essentially a terrorist. She is fomenting racial hatred and division. She is using her public position on ESPN, where she's supposed to be talking about sports. She's using her public position on ESPN to deliberately foment hatred and division. And she's basically part of a radical supremacist agenda. So you tell me, how the hell can CNN not fire her?
You just told me that a person's private political convictions shouldn't cost them their job.
But I also, I said unless, hold on, unless, I know, but standard. Josh, you left out my qualifier. I said unless you espouse a radical political philosophy or espouse violence. So if I have an employee that's calling for violence, calling for whites to kill blacks or blacks to kill whites, you're gone. But if you're talking about peaceful...
I'm not going to argue about her personal opinion.
Well, you're the one that brought it up. If you don't want to argue about it, you're the one that brought it up. So why'd you bring it up?
Well,
because you can't defend her. Where's the double standard? I mean, again, see what I got to do, a man of my education, a man of my learning. The people I have to put up with. I mean, look at this. So he's the one that mentions Jameel Hill. I explained to him she violated ESPN's own policy guidelines. She's a black supremacist. She calls the president essentially a terrorist. And there's supposed to be no consequences for that? Now, If you want to support Bernie, you want to support Hillary, you want to support a traditional political party or a philosophy, that's fine. But except for if you're going to espouse for extremism and violence, and that's what she does, then, well, no, obviously there's going to be consequences. But the last time I checked, Trump won the election. He won it fair and square. He won the Electoral College. What's the problem? So, you see, look at the Moonbats. When it comes to a racist black supremacist who wants to foment hatred and division, they defend her all the way. You wear a Make America Great Again hat? Blank you.
WRKO, the voice of Boston.
36 here on the great WRKO. I swear, the Boston Globe just tweeted out, literally right now. I swear, these Moonbats, oh, they're good for a laugh. I swear to God. No, listen to this one. If Elizabeth Warren had been Hillary Clinton's running mate, would things have been different? Yeah, she would have lost the popular vote. Trump would have, he would have really buried her. No. They would have won the Native American vote. Oh, they would have put him over the top. The chief would have brought in the Indians. It'd be over right now. You know, all of those Native Americans with the casinos in Wisconsin and stuff. Oh, that Wisconsin would have gone to Hillary Clinton. I swear to God, these Moonbats. Like, what planet do these people live on? Okay, my friends, 617-266-6868 is the number. Elizabeth Warren is VP. Okay, my friends, please. We are broadcasting live via remote at the Comfort Inn here in Randolph, Mass., located on Route 28 off Exit 5 on Route 93. We are here with the American Red Cross, WRKO, the American Red Cross, teaming up for our annual blood drive from noon. A lot of people have already come and donated blood. I can't thank them enough. We will be here until 5 p.m., so please, if you can, after work, come, give blood. You will probably save 2 to 3 people's lives just by giving blood. I kid you not, especially in the wake of Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey. It is an incredibly good cause. I know many of you are busy, but if you can come down, you're going to be saving up to 3 people potentially. So if you can, please come down. Okay. Charlie in New Hampshire, who apparently does not like the Make America Great Again slogan. Go ahead, Charlie.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Good, how are
First
you?
of all, I want to say welcome to our great country. I know that you're a new arrival, and I heard you bash our President Obama for months or years. I thought you were a citizen of this country. Apparently, you weren't. And you also, and what I can't stand is the slogan, Made America Great Again. Because you know what, pal? America is great. Okay? My son is a pilot in the Army. My brother's a disabled American veteran. All right? John McCain was a POW that your pal, Trump, degraded and made fun of, a guy that served our country and got shot down in a plane and was a POW. I think it's disgusting, pal. It's immoral.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you keep calling me pal? I don't know you.
Well,
I don't know you. You're acting like you and I are best friends, like we have a drink together.
Why does America need to be great again, Kuhner?
Okay, well, I'll get to that in a second, but I'm just, you keep calling me pal. I don't know you from a hole in the wall.
I'd be disgusted to be a friend of yours, okay?
Now, secondly, you're acting like I just came off the boat yesterday. I was in this country for 20 years. I did everything the right way. I came in on a student visa, then I went on a H-1B visa, I did work visas, I got a green card, I paid taxes, I never went on welfare once. All I did was work, and contribute. And then I did it the right way, and eventually I became a naturalized citizen. Now, why are you holding that against me?
Great again.
Well, but you're holding that against me. You're saying that I had no right to bash Obama for 8 years.
Great, Kuhner.
Okay, now, as for making America great again, Charlie, I don't think you know this, but do you know where that slogan officially came from?
No,
No, it's not Adolf Hitler.
It's official? It officially came from someplace? Where?
It was Ronald Reagan was the first to use it. It's called he used it as "Let's Make America Great Again." So Trump just shortened it. Trump just shortened it to "Make America Great Again." So the slogan was used in the past. Now, why did he use the slogan? I'll tell you why very simply. Under Obama, we doubled the national debt to almost $20 trillion. We're essentially now almost a bankrupt country. For over 8 years, we had 1.6% economic growth, anemic economic growth. So the economy tanked under Obama. We are almost bankrupt as a country. He hollowed out our military. He bungled when we pulled out of Iraq. Iraq was taken over by ISIS. Iraq was rampaging across Syria. We were losing the war in Afghanistan. In other words, we were on retreat on every front. So our economy was in decline. Our fiscal situation was in decline. Our military was in decline. Our geopolitical position was in decline. And so what Trump said, and he's completely right, let's make America great again. Because under Obama, he had essentially hollowed out and destroyed America. It's really that simple. Now, I thank you for the people in your family that served our military. They're heroes and patriots, and I salute them. But the fact that they serve in the military, he just hung up on me. The fact that they serve in the military doesn't make the fact that under Obama, the country went downhill. Look, Obama sucked. Like, I don't know how to tell this to you in plainer English. He was one of the worst presidents we ever had. It's going to take us decades to dig out of the hole that fraud and con man put us in. So he appeased radical Islam every step of the way. Socialism at home, radical Islam abroad. And he put America to its knees. And now under Trump, the great American giant is starting to rise again. 617-266-6868. Okay, let me throw one more log on the fire, and then I want to continue to take your calls. I love Dairy Queen. Let me just say this right now. I shouldn't because I'm diabetic, but let that go. I love Dairy Queen. Ashton loves Dairy Queen. Ava loves Dairy Queen. Even my wife. Everybody loves Dairy Queen. In particular, to be honest, the peanut butter parfait is to die for. I love that peanut butter parfait. You know, with the jihadists, like you entice them with the 72 virgins in heaven, right? Allah, 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 Allah. Well, if somebody said to me, you know, this religion, you can have all the peanut butter parfaits you can eat in eternity for heaven. I may go, Allah, 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 Allah. That's how much I love a peanut butter parfait. I swear to you. Anyway, I love Dairy Queen now even more. Listen now to this. So, a Dairy Queen owner in Wisconsin, okay, it's in Kewaskum, Wisconsin. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. He's a local owner of Dairy Queen. Put up a sign outside his restaurant. Now remember, it's his Dairy Queen. He's the owner. He paid for it. Okay? His employees, he pays their wages. He put up a sign saying, quote, "We are not politically correct. And here, our patrons may say, quote, Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, and God bless America." And the other sign says, "We are unabashedly supporting, quote, God and country." Now, he's not saying you have to say Merry Christmas. You have to say Happy Easter. You have to say God bless America. Or you have to believe in God and country. All he's saying is, if you want to say Merry Christmas, no problem. You want to say Happy Easter, God bless America, whatever. You want to wear a patriotic shirt, whatever. You believe in God and country. Hell, you want to wear a Make America Great Again baseball cap. No problem. And I'm happy, my staff is happy, and we'll be happy to serve you. That's it. That's all. Let me ask you, do you think there's something controversial here? You better believe it. Because according to the liberals and the moonbats, I swear to you, they are saying that this is a symbol and a sign of, here it comes, racism, fascism, bigotry, nativism. It's not inclusionary. It's offensive. And so now the Moonbats have been taking pictures of these signs, I swear, putting them on Facebook, and now they want to shut the owner down. They want to close down this Dairy Queen. So they took the complaint to Dairy Queen's headquarters, and to Dairy Queen's credit, they said, look, it's a local owner, paid for the Dairy Queen. He's serving all the ice creams and cheeseburgers and Diet Cokes people want. And all he's saying is, you want to say, God bless America? God bless America. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. He's the owner. It's his restaurant, his rules. What's the problem? In other words, Dairy Queen is not backing down. Now, my question to all of you is this, okay, in all seriousness. Who the hell do the liberals think they are? That now they can tell business owners, A, what signs they can put outside their restaurants, and B, that they can't even tell their own customers, their own patrons, if you want to say Merry Christmas or God bless America, or if you want to wear a Trump hat or whatever, an American flag T-shirt, that they can't even tell their own customers that they feel that they should be welcome and that they're going to be embraced if they come into their franchise or into their Dairy Queen. Look at the growing totalitarianism. Look at the growing assault on freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Now you want to ban God bless America? You want to ban saying Merry Christmas to a restaurant owner who is, because you find it offensive? Well, then don't go to the Dairy Queen. If you don't want to hear those words being said, don't go. No one's putting a gun to your head. Enough is enough. And I think it's time that we conservatives told the Moonbats, loudly and clearly, America, love it or leave it. Because here, in America, we believe in something called freedom. And maybe you should as well. 617-266-6868. Okay, Brittany, who do you want me to go to next? Paul in Dorchester, you're up next. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, Jeff, if you're not going to say it, I'm going to say it. That franchise owner is being a drag on those real queens. But anyway, Jeff, you know what? Make America great again, like you said. You know, Reagan said it first. Then the rapist, Bill Clinton, said it also. It's on YouTube. All those Moonbats liberals can go look at it. It's on YouTube. I put it on my Facebook page. I say, guys, look at it. Look at these white supremacists who already voted. You know, we voted for these guys. They're saying make America great again. So it doesn't matter. And the other thing I wanted to touch on, Jeff, I feel as if you're a conservative, like Kurt Schilling, and you want to talk about using the bathroom that's on your birth certificate, you'll get fired by ESPN. But if you are a left-wing liberal like Jamila Hill, you say anything, you could bring a severed head of the president. It's art. It aligns with these ESPN philosophy. It aligns with their beliefs. That's why these people are never going to get fired. So I really don't care. I feel like, you know, this country is being taken over by the descendants of the children of the Nazi POWs. I just can't take it anymore. We need to fight back.
Paul, don't get me wrong. I only have eyes for my wife. I love you. In a non-sexual way, Paul, I swear I love you. You hit the nail right on the head. Paul, do me a favor. Don't be a stranger. Call again, okay, my friend?
Thanks, Jeff.
God bless you, Paul. You nailed it. I mean, I swear you couldn't be more right. You absolutely nailed it. So this is an assault on freedom. The phrase "Make America Great Again" was used by Bill Clinton. Notice, then the Moonbats, there's no problem when Bubba did it. The rapist, when the rapist does it, that's okay. No, that's okay. That's uplifting. That's what it is. No, look, you are completely 1,000% correct. Dinesh D'Souza has a book out. We're hopefully going to do something with him in a couple of months in terms of a movie and a movie premiere, but we'll get to that, where he talks about the Nazi roots of American progressivism and the Nazi roots of the American left. This is a form of fascism. It really is. And you look at Jamil Hill up on ESPN. Their own policy guidelines at ESPN openly say you cannot disparage any office holder, any political candidate, or you can't espouse your political philosophy on Twitter, on Facebook. That's their own freaking guidelines. And so she's got triple immunity. Because, let's be honest, number one, most importantly, she's a liberal. Then she's an African-American, and then she's a woman. So, hey, she can violate ESPN all she wants. ESPN now, in my view, is going to the left of MS Left BC, if that's possible. They're actually, I'm not kidding, even MSNBC doesn't call the president a terrorist. Even MS Left BC doesn't say, somebody should off him and kill him. Even they don't go that far. ESPN is now going to the left of MSNBC. That's why I don't subscribe to ESPN. Look, I'm telling you, it kills me. I love Monday Night Football. I missed 2 games on Monday because of that, but that's okay. So I don't watch ESPN. I don't subscribe to ESPN. It's time to boycott ESPN and teach these moonbats a lesson. Stick to sports. Leave the politics alone. 256 here on the great WRKO. Okay, here's a great text. This is from 781. Jeff I can't say this word. Jeff B. I am diabetic, and now I feel compelled to get an ice cream at Dairy Queen on my way home. You know what, 781? Damn it. I may join you. Okay, my friends. By the way, even if you're diabetic, I swear you can still give blood. So join us here with the American Red Cross for our annual blood drive at the Comfort Inn in Randolph, Massachusetts. We're located on Route 28 off Exit 5 on Route 93, Kuhner Country. They will be open until 5 p.m. Please come down if you can after work. You will likely save 2 to 3 people's lives by giving blood today, especially in the wake of Hurricane Irma and Harvey. They need blood. If you can, please come. Don, driving in his car. Go ahead, Don.
Jeff, it's great to talk to you.
Hi, Don.
I sympathize with the judge, and I understand it was a joke, but when I was actively practicing, many times I was in the arraignment session, in the criminal court, and many court officers would come up behind someone in the audience and slap them on the back of the head to tell them to remove their cap. And if I had shown up in front of a judge with even the most, blank hat, I would have been severely chastised. And really, it's all about decorum.
Oh, so, Don, you don't think it's really ultimately political. You think it really is about, as you said, professionalism and decorum.
No, it is political in this matter. However, if they had said it was about decorum, I could go with it. But clearly, in this case, it was about politics.
Don, thank you very much for that call. I really appreciate it. Faye in New Hampshire. Faye, I've got 1 minute. The floor is yours. Go.
Hi, I'm Faye, and I live in New Hampshire, New England, and I'm a professional actress. I was in a professional show in Boston, and I told the crew and cast that I like Trump, and they just attacked me for liking him. So me and my mom, we have to stay silent for fear that my career will be ruined.
Faye, if you don't mind me asking, you sound, and I hope you're not offended at this, you sound very young, Faye. How old are you?
I'm 10.
You're 10?
Yeah.
Wow, you sound like my Ava. My Ava's 5.
Oh.
So, hold on, you're 10 and you're already a professional actress? Wow. Yeah. And you think that by supporting Trump, this could hurt your career?
Yes.
And when you say actress, do you want to, Broadway, the theater, or do you want to go to Hollywood?
Yeah, both.
Both? See, I would stay out of Hollywood, Faye, if I were you. Just my advice.
Yeah,
it's full of moonbats. It's full of liberals. Stick to the theater and Broadway, but you sound very sweet, Faye, and I know you're going to be very successful. You're very smart just for listening and calling into the show. You're a genius. Take care, Faye. Bye-bye. Okay, my friends, I got to go. Bye-bye.
The voice of Boston is you. 680 WRKO Boston, 93.7 WEEI HD2 Lawrence, Boston. It's 3 o'clock.